Have you ever realized how easy it is for a guy just to smear cum on someone? Quinnell.
You see, I thought it wasn't gonna be that bad. I thought it was gonna be something a lot like better. I thought it was gonna be something just like you ever just wonder like
What if the Nazis won?
yeah, something like that. Something not too bad. But I mean, it's no, not like that. But I mean, how easy it is for guys to smear their cum on you. I mean,
Now you're engaging it.
yeah. Now I'm thinking about it because I'm just like, it's not hard. I mean, you can literally be on like a bus or a train, be in the back, have it like cocked and loaded, and then like some unsuspecting person could just get a surprise nut on their hair or like their back or something. It's way too easy. What the heck, dude? Come on. That is way too easy.
We do not encourage the action of smearing cum on someone.
Oh no! Wait, yeah, definitely not. No, please don't do it. This is for entertainment purposes only.
What? Oh, porn.
What? What?
What?
What?
Why did you say entertainment purposes?
No, I said no. What we're speaking about is only for entertainment purposes only.
Oh, I just heard entertainment purposes only. I'm like, oh, porn.
And then yeah, because okay, whatever.
I mean, it
Anyway.
makes sense.
Yeah, because you're talking about that, and then you said entertainment. So yeah, I know.
Okay.
But at the same time, that's not what I meant. I remember there's these like videos I used to like watch on the internet. It was like some prank videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like I don't know what it was, but it was like some shady website. And I just searched up like funny pranks, right? And this was like 5-ish years ago. And I'm just sitting back watching the video, and it's like some pretty funny ones too, like harmless pranks and nothing too bad. Not like, yo, there's a camera, bro, it's a prank. And then some dude's already like cocking a gun or something. Nothing like that. But I remember it was like, there's a camera. And it's like the guy was maybe like a block away, like fully zoomed in. And this girl sitting on the bench. And I was like, oh, what the hell is gonna happen? And this is like, I was on like some weird website. And I was just waiting for something to happen. And all you see is like some dude run up to her, right? And he just kind of like bends toward her. And I was like, oh, the hell? And she doesn't really notice what he's doing. Because she's like kind of doing something else because she's like turned away. And she looks around. And she gets all disgusted, right? And I'm like, what the hell just happened? And like the dude runs away. And I'm like, maybe maybe he did something. I don't know. Like, I really had no idea what happened. But she turns around. And there's like, there's cum on her freaking sweater.
What?
I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? So I went back and I looked closer, and it turned out this dude literally just ran up to her, freaking came on her, and dipped. And I was like, what?
This is not the direction I wanted the video to go. I wanted to just ask a random question that would disgust you, and then actually talk about what I wanted to.
Well, too bad. Look what you did. And then there was like a whole compilation of this too.
What the?
And I was like, no, this has to be fake. So I looked up the creator, and I had to do some searching, like some detective work, and I actually found the guy's name that did those videos, and I searched up his name, and I was like, oh, it's been a long time since he's uploaded a video. Maybe he learned his lesson.
No, he's in
maybe,
jail.
Maybe someone like beat him up or something. And then I look, and yeah, he was in jail, or he was arrested.
Well, of course.
For like, and I'm not joking, dude. You might know who this guy is, because low key he was kind of popular for a while. But I mean, not you, but anybody listening. But he got, I think, 20 counts of it
Jesus.
And I'm not even joking. This guy was, maybe it was like a fetish for him or something like that. But he was sick, dude. That's just disgusting.
Yeah, he was mad nutting everywhere.
And it wasn't even just like on like unsuspecting people. It was just like if there was like some girls laying on the beach, he just run up to them, just quickly just bust on them and just run away, dude. And then the cameraman, it's not even better too. You're like, come on.
Because you're just an accessory to a crime at that point.
Exactly. Like, holy crap. Like, he would do it on trains, just people sitting on the benches, like I said, people just on the beach. He'd do it on, like, unsuspecting people and just leave the, like, freaking bust on it. I don't want to talk about this anymore. What would you want to talk about?
I was gonna ask, like, if you could go back in time, a minimum of 100 years and a maximum of 1,000 years.
Damn it.
What would you do?
I think I'd go to the medieval ages and give somebody a Dorito. And then hopefully watch them get really sick.
Okay.
I mean, what else am I going to do? Speak to Leonardo da Vinci or Michelangelo?
Yeah, I hate those people that are like, oh, I would speak to this, like, really famous person now. Just to make themselves sound, like, all smart and philosophical. And it was like, no, bitch, you wouldn't.
Because, I mean, I heard that, like, people back then, they have, like, really shite immune systems. And they can't handle, like, the processed food that we eat today. So if you give someone from, like, the medieval times one Dorito, they're probably going to die.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't actually do that. I was just doing that just to, like, make a joke. But to be honest, if I really, like, had the ability to do that, 1,000 years, so the year 1021, maybe I'd go back and kind of just, like, give someone something from our time. Just, like, a random, unsuspecting person. Maybe just kind of go back and give them, like, what's it called? Like a pillow pet. So, I don't know. That's I really don't know. I just give him something, you know, maybe something that could, like, help him out. Like a gun. Oh, I can give him a gun, and I give him, like...
I was waiting for you to say gun. I'm like, why isn't this the first thing he's thinking about?
I'd be like, hey, bro, so... He's not even understanding me, too, because, like, 1,000 years ago, I'm pretty sure English didn't exist. So just, hey, okay, so here, take this 1911, right? And the way you use it is you take the things, and they're just, no, shut up, here, take this. Okay, you put the magazine in there, cock it back, and then look at that dude over there, see him? Bah! You see, now he's dead. Okay, here, use this. And I just dip. That's it. That's all I would do.
Alright. That would just greatly affect the timeline, though.
Oh, I know. Good thing that's not gonna happen, though.
I know.
But, no, just imagine. You have the power to go back in time and just give someone something that could probably help, you know, everybody. Oh, what if, you go back in time to where everybody thought the world was flat, and you just give them a picture of the world in space, and just so they know it's around. I'm pretty sure, even if they knew you were a time traveler, and they had all this evidence saying that you were right, I'm pretty sure they'd kill you.
Yeah, they would.
For, at the time, probably blasphemy.
Yeah.
Because, you know, everybody was really centered around the church. And they'd be like, no, oh, this is absolutely disgusting. You shall die for saying the earth is round.
Actually, did you know that Copernicus, right? He was the one that, like, basically was, like, you know, like, brought science into the world about, like, how the earth was, you know, circling around the sun and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The church actually supported him. His first book was dedicated to the Pope.
That was cool.
They only cracked down on it when Galileo started because, you know, like, to everyone, because the church thought it was cool. Like, they're like, all right, you're good, man. Like, this isn't blasphemy to us. But then there were just all these other churches that were coming up, and I forgot what religion they were. Um, but like, you know, the church was like, yo, people don't want to be Catholic anymore because of all the quote unquote blasphemy that Copernicus spout out. And then Galileo started, and that's why they started on it. It wasn't like a whole, oh, no, you're not allowed to bring the truth. It's more like, we can't afford you to bring out the truth.
Yeah, that is actually really true.
Yeah.
To be honest. I mean, back then, it was like, times were very strict, I want to say. I mean, I know there weren't, like, laws, like how there are today, but everything was, like, so centered around, what's it called? Like, the church, that a lot of things that would actually, like, progress us today, people thought went against it. And,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there are, like, a lot of things that would actually go against it, but I mean, like, things that are just, like, for example, like how we said, concluding that the earth is round, people back then would be like, no, are you serious? That goes against everything that we believe. You are gonna die now. And I was just like, bro, come on. What? Excuse me. I don't know why I just burped a lot. And even other things that like be like advancements. You can literally create a telescope, show them, and they'd be like, this telescope is false. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
So, come on, dude.
It's a, I don't know if you'd call it a phenomenon, but like, it's supposed to be like the blindness of religion or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of can see that. Did you answer the question? What would you do if you were able to go back 1,000? Or
I'd
100
use
years?
I'd use this ability to get rich.
I
Nothing
mean,
crazy like, oh, invest in this and that. No, I would. At first, I would go to like Costco. Yeah, Costco. I would go to Costco and just like buy a bunch of spices, salt,
oh
pepper,
gosh, I
thyme,
think I know what you-
rosemary,
Uh,
peppercorns, everything. I would even buy some seeds and shit. You know, the grown up fruit variants of those seeds and vegetables. Then I'll go back in time to like maybe 14th, maybe 15th century, sell all that shit, and you know, because back then the currency was gold and silver coins, right?
Yeah.
So once I'm out of inventory, I'll be like, oh, I will sell off to the sell off to the land and blah 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 blah, and then just never come back, and I'd go back to my time, with just probably possibly millions of dollars worth of gold. Actually, no, I would bury the gold because like they say that like oh, it's more valuable like when it's old and shit, right?
Yeah.
So I would just bury it where like nobody ever goes. And like, you know, when I come back I would dig it back up and bam, oh, I found like these like I don't know, 500-600-year-old uh thing of gold doubloons or whatever the fuck they're called.
But you gotta be careful where you bury it because it's just like, who knows? It could just be a field back then, but when you go back in time, it could just be like a huge cemetery. Imagine, so it looks like you're grave robbing.
Oh. Well, in
Or
that case,
just
I'll
the
just take it
buildings
with
there.
me from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
was
it,
gonna say.
one way or the other, it's still gonna be like valuable gold.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who need like you don't need to bury it. I mean, they can tell if it's from back then or not because they have other ones that they keep in museums or they keep for a reference, and if they see that's the same, they're gonna know that it's real.
Mm-hmm.
But they will question, how did you end up getting it in such a good condition?
That's why my thought is bury it. But yeah.
True. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you didn't bury it and you took it with you.
Yeah, what would I say? Oh, I'll just say something like, oh, I was hanging out with my grandfather, and he told me that this book was given to him by his father and his father before him and all this other shit, and I went on the treasure hunt of a lifetime. And if they ask to see the book, I'm gonna be like, no.
No. Oh, can we see this historic piece of monument to our humanity? No.
Personal.
No, it's It's a diary, and I'm not allowed to keep it away.
Yeah, it's precious family heirloom.
Exactly. Or you can say that. You can say that it was like gold that was from like your dad's dad, whatever.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could say that, but at the same time, it's like, what is your dad's dad doing in medieval freaking Europe in not his native place? Because they're gonna know that you're not white. You're not Anglo.
I mean, my father's ancestors are from Europe. So.
Okay, then maybe. I know, like, there's gonna be. I don't know why. I don't want to sound like sexist or anything, but I feel like whenever you ask that question to a woman, like, oh, if you can go back in time, why do I feel like they're always gonna say, oh, I'd go back, and I'd look for my great grandma, and I'd say, oh, I'm your great granddaughter.
Because you've seen those memes before.
There's memes about that?
Yeah, it's always like girls discover time travel, and it's always like, oh, stay away from him, or blah 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 blah, or I'm your great granddaughter, shit like that. But like guys, it's always like something that's supposed to be noble and everything, but in reality, it's like, really, you would waste your one shot on that? Like, one of them is like leading a crusade, which is like, okay, like, it's all these like other crazy things, like, oh, I want to be the Unabomber, shit like that.
Oh,
but
gosh.
I know, but the one I recently saw was Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's running up behind Jesus as he's carrying the cross, and like it's just a caption around him saying, "Let me help you with that, my king."
Why am my nose running? I mean, it's not a bad idea. I mean, the whole like going back and seeing like a relative. Because look, I wanted to see what my like a really great ancestor looked like. Like, is that not like a kind of a question that you have in your mind?
It's Hitler. I'm kidding. It's a joke, but it's possible. Nah.
I don't have any German in me, bro.
You never know that. Oh, speaking of German, so at my first job, right?
I'm speaking of German.
The head chef was German.
The headmaster?
Head chef. He was German, right?
Does that feel it?
He was German, and he was like this small German. He was really nice, but he was this small German man who didn't have any hair. That has nothing to do with anything. I just want to mention the fact that he was bald.
Okay.
Not for any particular reason. But this is where shit got funny. So he's saying bye to the manager. They're saying bye to each other, and the manager's like, "Oh, hey, we have this event coming up tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow. In a few weeks. Do we have everything that we need? Do we need to order anything else?" And he's like, "No." He's like, "No?" He's like, maybe." I think he said like 9 crates of like some sort of fruit. And he's like, "Oh, okay. How many? 9. And then like the manager, he just gets all smiley and she's like, "How many? 9. And he's like, "What? I can't hear you." And then he's just like, "I know what you're doing." And then he kind of squats down and just starts going 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. And at first that was funny, right?
Yeah.
But then the universe decided to bless us with something so fucking hilarious. He's going 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, and he has his, the chef. He has his back turned to the bathroom, and then you just see an old rabbi come out of the bathroom, horrified.
Oh god.
Like, his face just completely changed and everything, and I'm like, oh no, is he afraid that something's gonna happen from history, or is he there? Like, having flashbacks. And the manager, he's laughing. It's just like five 5 staff members in the entire restaurant. And, obviously there's 3 of us, like, in front of the rabbi. Manager, chef, me. The other 2 are the dishwasher. He's in the back. And I don't know where the other guy was. But yeah, you're an old rabbi, a Jewish man, and you just see this tiny, angry, very muscular German man going 9999. You would be horrified.
I would be. Even if I wasn't freaking the rabbi, I'd be scared out of my mind. Especially him squatting down and like other people, they're just looking at him. I'd just be like, what did I walk into and how do I get out of here?
It's because, like, the only people that were eating were in the back of the house and we were in the front of the house. But, the bathroom is in the front of the house.
Uh-huh.
So, like, obviously he didn't care about how loud he was because, like, they're so far away, they probably can't even hear me.
Sure.
But he didn't think about the bathroom.
He didn't think about the bathroom. Oh, man.
And, like, at first I wasn't laughing too much. Like, I was just kind of giggling at the fact that he was going 999. But then when I saw the rabbi come out, I'm like, oh. Have you ever had to explain a dirty joke to someone older than you?
All of my friends are older than me.
Have you had to explain it to them?
All of my friends are older than me. I had to explain a dirty joke to almost anyone of my friends.
Okay. I only want to say that because, like, I'm just going to say this real quick and then we can end this video. But I remember there was this one time I was hanging out with my brother. I don't know why, but I was hanging out with him and he invited me to watch this episode of Rick and Morty with him. And I'm pretty sure you know this episode since you watch it. But it was the one where Morty, he went to, like, the prom or homecoming or some shit like that. And it was, like, the bug pheromone episode where, like, everybody turned into bugs, like, like, swooning over Morty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know.
Alright, so there's this point where the mom and the dad, they're, like, the dad has a shotgun and everything, and, like, it's really turning on the mom.
Oh. Yeah, I remember that scene.
And, she's just, like, calling him Hemingway or some shit, and, like, saying how, like, the shotgun is his penis and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And, like, the main punchline was the fact that the wife was Hemingway, and that his dick was gonna be... shotgun. Yeah. And, him and his friend, I don't know if I mentioned this, but he invited his friend, so, like, 3 of us are just watching, and, I'm laughing my ass off because I get it. And, they just look at me like, what the fuck is so funny? Like, I don't get it. And I had to explain to them that Hemingway blew his brains out with a shotgun, and then they just started fucking laughing. And,
oh, wow.
And then I left for work.
You don't even have to know who Hemingway is, because you can already tell that's a guy who uses a shotgun. Like, come on. You could just, to be honest, when I first saw the episode, I didn't know who Hemingway was, and I got the joke. But, I mean, it would have been funny if they said Kurt Cobain, so.
If they said what?
Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, I thought that's what you said.
I feel like he's more known than maybe Hemingway. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm guessing that's all we have.
Yeah.
Alright.
That's all the time we have for right now. Check out our podcast, On Your Last Nerve. It's on Anchor, Spotify, I think iTunes. And check us out on Instagram, On Your Last Nerve. It's where we post all of our out-of-context things from our podcast, the things that make, specifically me, sound really bad.
Yeah, it's like all of the out of context stuff is really just you.
I mean, there's some things about you, like how you said, oh yeah, kill all the fat people. Yeah.
Again, if you guys want to know where that's from or why I said that, go check out our Spotify. It's worth the listen.
Yeah.
I think, didn't I also say kill all babies? Or something? No, you said that. I forgot. Anyway, go check
No. You said There should be a designated person that just murders babies.
A baby cutioner. Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. So I just
We gotta go.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later.
See you guys.